officially Westwood's new home now. He's so that is just one little thing.
I'm sure we now have to find out which side he's supporting. He's obviously beaten India with Hong Kong in the past, but now at his home ground, I'm sure he's rooting for India. He's finally back into Indian football. That's a good side.
Oh, lovely little flick on as the ball was sent into the box by Beke's long throw in. Abhishek has completely missed it. Thankfully, Beke was covering him, and out comes Gurpreet and lumps it forward. I wonder if that counts as a shot on goal. It does.
It 100% does. Gurpreet, the most unlikely of candidates to get the first shot on target. But even Rosada Rodriguez, Pulasta, when you talk about him, he's also got loads of trophies under his belt, being at Kitchi and also at Eastern. So it's good to see. It's good to see another manager that's been around in Hong Kong football taking charge of the national team. So that's a good and a positive move from the Hong Kong FA.
Yeah, just took over in December last year from Westwood. Obviously continues to make a case for a permanent job. A lot of the structure might still be the same, Robin. Defensively sound, quick on the break, clinical in the box, especially with Everton Camargo and Manuel Bleda. Both players who are very, very sharp, very ruthless in the way they operate in shooting areas. Here's Anwar Ali, caught on the turn.
Especially Everton as well, Pulasta, not the shortest of people, a winger who's 6 feet tall. It's not usually how they come. You usually find stout, strong wingers that use their pace, but Everton has all of it and more.
Beautiful play this. Manveer's got Ryan Williams in the middle. Ryan Williams! Now the passport is stamped with a goal! The transformation from Socceroo to a Blue Tiger is complete! And every Indian football fan can say, Ryan Williams is one of our own. 1-0 to India.
Beautiful move constructed by India. Laid on a platter by Manveer for Ryan, who you can finally also say Ryan Williams has taken off. And what a way to sign off onto Indian colours with a beautiful first time finish, sending the keeper the wrong way. Awareness from Manveer. Got to give credit to both Akash and Abhimite. They've kept the likes of Everton Camargo and everything that's come down the wings and the channels for Hong Kong. They've done a very good job to just make sure all the avenues and the doors are shut for Hong Kong to create anything meaningful down the wings.
No wins yet in this particular qualifying campaign. That's been a huge bone of contention in terms of whether India are getting it right on and off the pitch. A decision to bring in the pragmatic Khalid Jamil. Also, as usual, debated in circles whether he's the right man or not. And when it all started out to the Kafa, there was a lot of hope. And maybe sometimes head coaches can become safer than they really are when it's about the national team, when there's not enough chances to show what effect he can have on a team. But simplicity possibly is the need of the hour.
I think it's also for Khalid Jamil to understand the kind of players he's got onto his squad. Now he's probably understanding that he's got a lot of pace, a lot of attacking intended players, and he's wanting to use it to the best of their potentials. As a pragmatic coach, we know Khalid Jamil's usually heavily reliant on how his defensive teams play, but something also from club level football that we should be knowing about Khalid Jamil is you won't see many draws. Either he goes out and wins games.
In this particular set piece, Bongchuk just arranging his back line. A couple of deliveries that Chante's sent have been quite decent. Good ball once more. Here's Chingan with the recovery. Now Apuya and Liston. There's the shift. There's the other shift. And the cross is high towards Changthe. Touched out for another corner. India finishing the half very strongly. Now the referee.
Nothing off it. Both the players fighting for that ball, trying to get that ball under their control, be it anyhow.
Oh, Apuya with a bit of a Shaolin soccer move. It's good to see India's players have a little fun as well with the ball. They seem a little less tense. And now the next stage in the maturity, not just of this team, Robin, but even as a country watching football and playing football, is to replicate this kind of performance in a competitive, decent game where the stakes are higher.
I think it's always important, Pula, to show your capability, especially in a country like ours. It's beautiful football, by the way, moving the ball forward.
Akash Mishra trying to flick it in towards Changthe as well. Might have just been saved from going out for a corner. Referee's waiting what to give. Should just be a throw in, it seems.
Akash on that was trying to whip that ball in early. Questions of a handball as well, but finally a corner gets given. I'm going to come back to my point after the set piece, Pula, because it's important, because I love this confidence that the national team's showing, especially Apuya, and the skill set that somebody like an Apuya has is also because of the kind of footballers we watch. And if you ask the younger generation and the kind of footballers they watch, I'm sure not a lot of them are going to stay Steven Gerrard or the likes. They're always going to take names like a Neymar or a Dembele or all of these players that come under a flair as such.
Peke's long throw in. Chance to take another shot. Hong Kong, China overpowered. Akash Mishra with a blinder from an acute angle. And India doubled their advantage. Throw in a corner, it doesn't matter. It's a goal, 2-0.
That's a brilliant finish coming from Akash. Rahul Bege with the long throw. Hong Kong, China not being able to deal with it. And Akash with a brilliant finish. Not the easiest of finish, does well to hit it towards the ground. Asking the questions off the Hong Kong defense, off the Hong Kong keeper. But the only answer to that shot is a goal coming for Akash Mishra. Credit to him. He's also waited for his opportunity in the national team, and it's come with a goal to his name as well. Brilliant finish. The breathing space that the national team was looking for, India was looking for, has finally come.
His first goal for the national team in his 30th appearance. And not just did they start the first half so quickly, they've also started the second one almost as quickly. Identical nearly, scoring in the opening 4 minutes of a half. And they want more. Ryan Williams, just a little too lofty for Changthe, who still brought it down. And then got it completely wrong as he tried to send it back.